the spaceship. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Yeah. Find me with my dogs in my solitude. Watch my family grow from 4 into a multitude. Been living it below sea level, finna rise to another altitude. Been searching, seeking knowledge, but all the time I had the aptitude. I flipped my mindset to the switch to say I will not lose. Mama said them sticks and stones won't break my bones, I never bruise. Whenever it come to trouble, many girls pull a tongue, we always cruise. I heard other dog owners get it out for me, but it ain't no news. I got 4 in the dough in Memphis so they can get the blues. If you need a few clues, they'll blow off your under rules. Send your compliment to the new girls I got coming through. Send your compliments to the new girls I got coming through. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. Oh, yeah. What up? It's your boy, JayDollKingHefner, and the beautiful Secretary Tsunade Star. And we're back again for another episode of the Dog King Power Hour, baby. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl, silicone, a TPE. It really don't matter which one it be. Yeah. And the title of today's show is Let's Go. Let's go, baby. Hey, very self-explanatory. No more time to bull crap. Hey, guess what? I'm on a limited time. And you know who else on a limited time? Everybody that's watching this show. Not just for today, but guess what? Life ain't as long as you think it is. Whatever you've been delaying about, you need to get to it and let's go. It's time to stop playing around, baby. Look, I had a very dear family friend that we just lost here recently. And I'm not trying to make this show sad, but God bless her. I was always praying for that lady. She was an amazing woman. But here's the deal, man. It's just another example of we ain't got forever. You know what I'm saying? Go on, get after what you want. This ain't the time to get sad. It's the time to get busy. Live your life. You know, stop being sad, mad, and all this other mess. You better realize that the sun is shining. You can smell flowers. You can see nature. Hey, it's time to go. You know, I was just telling my mom, you know, it's people right now while I'm having fun doing my show. They're in a war-torn country, bombs and stuff flying over their head. People ain't got nothing to eat tonight. You know, we're complaining, but guess what? We got running water in our homes. You can use the bathroom, you know, in your home. You know, you got conditioned air. Yeah, everybody's not a millionaire, but guess what? You're a millionaire to somebody. So listen, it's time to live, go after your dreams, stop with all the sad stuff. Hey, you look, if you got one day left, you don't want to spend the last day sad. Find a reason to get happy, baby. But as far as today, baby, we finna go. It's time to let's go, you know, because I'm on a limited amount of time myself, baby. You know, I got new responsibilities and things of that nature. This is my first love, and I always gonna be my first love. And God is gonna bless me to be able to just do this show exactly how I always wanted to do it. But you know what's happening right now? I'm on a roller coaster, just like a lot of you. That's what life is. It's a roller coaster. One day you may have all the amenities you dream of. The next day, it may be a low point. But you can't let your emotions fluctuate with the high points and low points. You got to find something to keep joy in your heart about. You know, thank God you got the ability to keep chasing your dreams, to build back up your amenities. You know, excuse me, but my dryer actually went out yesterday. You know, my home dryer. And that's pretty big to me, especially since I don't have an automobile, which I honestly, I love my bike, but I would probably be able to go to a dry cleaners, or not dry cleaners, but a laundromat or something like that to dry my clothes. But as of right now, hey, I can't do that in the house anymore. And can't take all my clothes on the bike either. So I said, you know what, that's fine. I hang them up on the doors until I can get me I did find something called a in-house clothes hanging set or whatever. You can do it inside or outside. I put that on my Amazon link because I actually found it on there. I put that on my Amazon link. And for all of you who don't know, I have an Amazon link in the description of my videos as well as the about section of my YouTube channel. And you can just use that link to support the show. You can buy whatever you want to or buy something I suggest. But either way, you know, a little bit of it will come to help the show. And so that's just really another way to support. But I do put things I like up. Going through my link, you will see those. I haven't put this clothesline thing up yet because I haven't actually got it. I want to see how it works and all that. And I'll let you guys know what it looks like. But I don't even know when I'm getting honest. But I'm going to be all right. I just told that whole story to say ups, downs, and unexpected things happen. What you going to do? Get upset with it? No. Stay happy. You know, because I can't lie. God, and it's crazy how he sort of blessed my spirit, man. I would almost have to make myself get sad. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Stuff happens, but it's just like, man, I've been speaking positive to myself for so long to where, man, it's crazy. I would have to make myself get sad, you know, at this point. Like I say, I just see the good in all things, man. Happy, sad, you know, hey, be happy. We're here to experience anything you're going through. So with all that said, God bless everybody that's watching the show live or on the replay. We want to send blessings over your life, whether it's health, finances, a new relationship. We're praying that you have it. We just ask that you believe it, and then you will receive it. Let me put my banner up right quick. Let me put my banner up. Yay. Oh, yeah. So today is going to be real simple. Yeah. We're going to do a rundown of my videos, see what's up in the chat. We're going to let y'all get the hell out of here. But yeah, wherever you are over the world, thank you for watching. We appreciate you. If you ever want to support the show, we got PayPal, CashApp in the description of my videos or the about section of my YouTube channel. More importantly, if you ever want to add a companion doll, I have a list of the best vendors ever. So you can check my vendors list, go through them, and get whatever type of doll you're looking for in the world. It's available on one of my vendors. I guarantee you that. And I did just have a new viewer. I'm gonna talk about him later, but he was like, man, he just bought a doll, but he came across my channel like right after he decided to get one. So like I was telling him, I don't hold it against anybody or anything. Even my old viewers, I can't make you do anything. It's just a way that you can show your support. If you're getting a doll anyway, why not go through my vendors, which are some of the best? So with all that said, and you can find those, like, once again, about section of my YouTube channel or the description of my videos. But with all that said, we're finna jump right into the fun in the sun. My guy Leo, Dog King Army team member. You see, he got the icon by his name. Let me put it up right quick. See, he got the icon by his name. If you want to be a team member, all you got to do is go to the front page of my YouTube channel or the description of my videos. You will see a link where you can actually join the Dog King Army team, like my guy Leo and so many other great people. I was looking for my book down here. Sorry about that, Leo. I tell you what, I just had to write it down a little bit later, but I'm gonna remember. But Leo won the contest today. I put his name down. Whoever comes in here first for the Dog King Power Hour, get them an extra check by their name if they've won before. And when I give away this free doll in the future, which I don't know exactly when that's going to be, I'm going to give everybody that wins a greater chance. But the trick is you still have to be an active member. So just because you won this competition, if I'm getting ready to give the doll away, I'm going to give a call to action of saying, hey, if you want this doll, let me know. And if your name is on the list, you're going to get extra chance to win. But you could have won 20 times in a row. If you don't answer the call to action, well, guess what? You're not going to be in the running to get that doll, because I'm not going to try to find somebody who's not even active right now. So with all that said, congrats to Leo. He says, hi, Jay. Hi to you too, man. Glad you're a member and glad you're here. My guy Brandon Anderson here. He said, flip, yeah. What up, Brandon? He said, finally got around to today to catch up on your lives as I take care of my dogs. Cool. I hope you stick around a little bit longer, because, man, I definitely got to address one of your questions, which you actually made more sense out of it, but it sort of hit me out of the blue when you actually asked. I mean, when you actually made the statement, but I'm glad you did come back and say something. Leo said, good to see you on here this time of day. Oh, yeah. Hey, it's not by choice, my friend. It's by God's choice, honestly, because I can't come on any later, you know, because I just say I got responsibilities. I can't come on any later. I mean, or any earlier in the day like I used to. Leo says, good to see you here. Oh, Three Face says, let's go. Hail to the king, baby. What up, Three Face? Solo Sword says, I work with, whoa. He said, I work with demons in this hospital and it's not easy. Good word. I don't know. I guess he tried to say he worked with some bad people at his job. All I can say is, man, you can't focus on them. And I wouldn't call them demons either, you know. Don't even let them get you so upset to where, you know, you're putting that type of talk on them. You know, they're just humans that probably just don't mix with you. You know, they may see something good about you that may make them jealous of you or something like that. But guess what? Don't stoop to their level. You know, just stay above it. You know, I promise you, because that's exactly what they want you to do. Even, you know, not only them, but the enemy. He wants to drag you down. He wants to get you negative. He wants you to get to thinking about what they do. You know, I've had that same thing happen to me, believe me, where the bosses or co-workers, you know, they literally just don't like me mainly because they haven't liked me in the past because I'm happy, just because I'm smiling. You'll be amazed at how many people don't want to, they get sick of seeing you smile. But you know what I do? I don't let them affect me. I'm like, you know what? Hey, I don't care. I'm going to still be my happy self, because guess what? This smile is going to bless somebody to have a better day. And you know what? It'll just make their day to pull you down and get you upset. So, hey, I know what you mean, Solo, but guess what? Stay above it. Stay above it. You'll be all right. Scott, sorry about that. So, either way, we jumping right into it. I finished those comments really quickly. So, man, I'm going to go into some of these videos right quick. Some of my videos. And I'm going to start with my video called, I think it was how to clean a TPE doll. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm going to go. And okay, I'm going to read most of these. Oh, it ain't but a couple. Okay. I was just, in this video, I was just talking about how I clean my dolls and things of that nature. And I basically hang them on a rack, spray them down with water, and you can go watch the video. Either way, it's very simple, the methods I use. But I had my guy Kratos come in. He said, interesting. I don't have a stand, so I'll be bathing mine on the bed. So he was talking about bathing his doll on the bed, right? And this is what I said. I said, I didn't have a stand at first. You know, bathing your girl in the bed is a headache. I said, I guarantee getting the stand is worth the investment, my friend. I promise you. And if you don't know, I do have a doll stand. Well, it's really a clothing rack that I use as my doll stand. I actually like it too. I have it on my Amazon link, so you can check out my Amazon link, and you can see the type of clothes rack that I actually bought. It can hold like up to 400 pounds, and I actually have 4 of my girls hanging on the rack right now. But the thing is, if you have a super tall girl, I'm not even sure what height. I know probably past, I don't know. Once they get up to like 5'5" and 5'6", I think that rack may be a little too short. I'm just not really sure. I just know I had my guy DAS. He bought the rack off of my Amazon link. He was like, "Man, I like the rack." He said, "But I can only stand up like half of my girls because his other girls are a bit too tall." But man, I remember the first few times I watched my girls, my TPE girls, I watched them in the bed, right? You talking about a complete headache, and I still didn't feel like I could get them as clean as I wanted. Not to mention, who the hell wants to get any water on their bed? You know what I'm saying? It's a bit of a headache. But when I got that rack, it changed the whole game. And I'm letting you know, the rack was worth the money. The rack was worth the money. You know, I've heard some people say they go stand their girls up in the bathroom, and I'm like, I mean, in the bathtub, and I'm like, I don't really get it. I don't know how they do it because I don't want to sit have those hard metal standing feet in my tub, standing straight up in my tub. That's for one. So I wouldn't want to stand them up in there. And for two, just balancing them in the tub seems like a damn task in of itself. You know, you got to pick them up, get them over and into the tub. I'm just like, you know what? Whoever doing that, God bless you. I was never going to go that route. I'm sorry. I go to the bed before I go that route. It just seems like a little bit too much. Unless you have a silicone girl or something like that, maybe. Because I've seen people on TV do it with their silicone girls, and it's still a bit different. I know I wouldn't do it at all, TPE or silicone. It seems like a headache. But a rack, it's just a quick, easy bath, man. You hang them up, spray them down, and like I say, gravity is already working towards your advantage because it's going to make all the water go downwards. And that's why I say, even if you're cleaning out their private areas, it should even dry out that even better. So that was all I said to him. The other comment I had was from Andrew, my guy Andrew. He says, I use an aquarium pump for the insides of his dog or a dry stick to make sure it's dry. Or he said for the inside of his dog, and he said afterwards he uses a dry stick to make sure it's dry. Now, I had 2 dry sticks from Iron Tech, but right after I did my Iron Tech video, I actually dropped and broke both of them. So I don't have any dry sticks anymore, but I haven't made love to any of my girls, so I haven't really needed to clean out their vaginas whatsoever. You know, I've cleaned the surface level, but never the insides because I have not used any of my dogs in their way. But this is what I told him. I said, I've had some manufacturers tell me those pumps are too aggressive and can damage your dog. Dry sticks are cool, even though, like I told him, I've never needed them yet. And but I did tell him this: keep doing whatever works for you. You know, hey, whatever is working for you to clean your dogs, by all means, do it your way. I just gave you guys my way and what I do, you know, and what I would do if I did make love to my dogs. I talked about all of that in the video, so you can check that out. Check that out if you want, if you get time. And it's called "How to Clean Your TPE Companion Dog," and it's just my way. So I do like the dry stick, and I would like to have some more just in case in the future me and my girls made love. But I'm sure I'll get some more. Either way, that's all I had, I believe, on that. Let me see. I'm looking. Yep, that's all I had on that. What am I looking for now? Avion. Oh yeah, best vendors 2022. Where is that at though? Oh, here it is. I did an old video, best vendors in 2022. This is before I actually had my own vendor. So no offense to all those old videos I did. Even though a lot of my vendors that I have now were on those lists, but those lists are null and void now because I want anybody and everybody to come through the vendors I have on my channel, which are great and certified vendors. But I had my guy Avion Polita commented on that video and said, I really appreciate your channel. And I said, thank you so much for watching. And he says, I've actually, or he or she, I'm not sure, says, I've actually been watching your channel for about a year. I'm glad your channel is still going and progressing each day. Thank you for showing us we can be ourselves without feeling like it's wrong on how we wish to live our lives. He said, your videos are bringing me closer to making a lifetime decision on what's best for me. Thank you for all what you do for us. And I just thought that was a very considerate message. And I said, definitely glad to have you as a longtime viewer. Glad I can be here to help you keep moving forward. Your future is bright. You know, I tell all my viewers, your future is bright. I just need to get you to say that, believe that. And guess what? Hey, find the best life for you and live it. You know, do something you love to do. Enjoy the life that, you know, that you love, whether somebody else might not like it. Hey, it's all the road to happiness. So I'm glad that he's been a long time viewer. And that's why I say I got some viewers that I haven't ever heard from, but they still watch the shows faithfully. So I appreciate all of them. Who else do I got? Let's see. Next, I got Iron Tick Dog. Okay, here it is. I talked to somebody that had a comment on my Iron Tick Dog. Here it is. Doll Lady. And I'm not sure if Doll Lady is a girl with a doll or a man with a doll. I really have no idea. This is one of the ones that really throws me off. But Doll Lady commented on my video where I did a review on my Iron Tick doll, 153 centimeter full silicone girl. And Doll Lady said, she's beautiful. I'm saving up for a 163 centimeter body head silicone 38 Flora Iron Tick doll. The way she wrote that is just a bit crazy. Because it just seems a lot like saying a lot to me. I'm just gonna read that again. She said, she's beautiful. She says, I'm saving up for 163 centimeter body, head S38 floor Iron Tick dolls. I don't know, it just seemed like it could have been worded a little bit different. But I did say that's a great choice, my friend. You know, this is what I really feel about Iron Tick doll. You just can't go wrong. I mean, because they are a very good company. I'm talking about, you know, sometimes I'd be looking at my Iron Tick doll like, you know what? The quality on this doll, I'm talking about just straight, you ain't got to love what she looks like or anything, but I'm just talking about the quality on my Iron Tick doll. It's got to be second to none. It seems like a very quality product. Shoot, I'm just trying to think, man. I love, you know, the amazing things of my real doll, but my real doll did come with a lot of issues. And that Iron Tick doll, it's damn near flawless. I mean, literally, it's damn near flawless. Still to this day. So I can't lie. You're gonna be happy with any Iron Tick doll. You know, I might think of the Iron Tick doll that you choose maybe is not as good as another one in attraction, right? Doesn't matter. In quality, it's gonna be damn good. You're not gonna cheat yourself with an Iron Tick doll. I can say that after really having one for a while, because you know, as a matter of fact, I'm finna go pull Himawari back out, you know, from the back. Because I was actually talking to her the other day a little bit, and I was like, man, you know what, Himawari, I promise you, you are so well made. You know, it's like going to a restaurant, man. It's something to be said to get a quality, you know, get quality food that's always hot, always tasting good from a certain restaurant, you know. You can go there this month or 6 months from now and it's the same. Hey, that's when you know you got some quality. And you know, even though I only have one Iron Tick doll, I'm just like, nah. After looking at all of my girls, and I love my Kimber dolls, because they are pretty damn well made too. I ain't gonna even lie. But when I compare my Iron Tick doll to all of my girls, it's probably the highest quality of product, you know, as far as from a quality standpoint. Okay, let's see. Next, I'm going on to Keke Palmer. Okay, right. This video with Keke Palmer. Okay, I'm glad to talk about this. Hold on. Okay. Keke Palmer. So she's this actress who recently went to this Usher concert and had all of her butt cheeks out, right? Basically, she had on a thong with some see-through lace. That's really what the outfit looked like. Here's the deal. I could care less about women. Who is this? Right in the middle of my show. I have no idea what's happening. Oh, okay. I don't know what hold on, let me see. Either way. Yeah, this girl Keke Palmer, right? She she went to this Usher concert, had her butt out, basically some thongs with some see-through lace. And man, her boyfriend complained. He was like, man, it's like you going out, to try to show the world all of this. You'd rather get likes from the rest of the world instead of, listening to my concerns about it because, he has kids with her and he doesn't like, this is the boyfriend. I don't think he actually is married to her, but he was like, man, I don't want you representing, our family like that, not like that. And she was like, called him a hater supposedly, and she went out anyway and started sharing all her pictures on social media and to rebel against him. And here's the deal. I sort of said in the video of, that's the worst type of girl. There's a lot of bad girls out here as far as relationship wise. I'm not saying she's a bad human in general, but relationship wise, man, those are the type of girls that you really don't want to be dealing with. Meaning that it's not wrong for her to get sexy. I even like when my girls get, have gotten sexy in the past, my human girls, even if they show a little butt, you know what I'm saying? Short, have some short shorts on or something. Not a big problem to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. But to each their own, right? So all I'm saying is these weren't just simply short shorts. Like he says, your whole butt is out. Now, somebody might argue, hey man, women wear this same type of stuff on the beach all the time. And you know what? That is a different type of conversation. Hey, do you want your girl to have that type of bikini on and showing all her butt? I don't know. But I can tell you one thing. When you have a G-string going up your butt, showing all of your butt cheeks, it's a bit different at somewhere like a concert because then it's not commonplace whatsoever, right? So it's really sticking out. So all I was saying in the video was you can't compromise with your man, as far as, hey, man, maybe I won't go this far with it, right? But instead, you're going to take it to the nth degree and show the world. And I was just like, you know what? This is the type of girl you don't want to be dating. And I had a few comments, so let's read a few. My guy Skipper says, you know what monetizing your body was called throughout our entire human history, don't you? I mean, until 5 years ago. And I think I know what he was getting at. He was basically saying that she acting like she want to be in the sex industry. I said, it's cool to be sexy, what I just said. I said, but to have a total disregard for your mate, that's the problem. I said, and she's definitely not alone. There's plenty of women out there with that attitude. I said, it's definitely not a worry to have in the dog game. My guy Ace McFly says, I respect your opinion. Women in relationships probably shouldn't dress that way. And, I'm not even going so far as saying what they shouldn't do. I'm just saying, hey, you should at least listen to your mate and take that into consideration. But I'll give my answer later. But Ace McFly says, it can attract the wrong type of attention. Now, he's right about that. He said, but it never bothered me at all when my girlfriend wanted to wear booty shorts. Like I say, my girlfriends have had booty shorts on too. He says, I actually like it when they do. It's crazy. Sometimes I like it, but, I can't lie. Sometimes, I can do without it. He says, I don't get uncomfortable about men looking at her. That ain't really never bothered me too much. But once again, I've never had a girl to wear what Keke Palmer had on either. He says, the only problem is if parents get upset about their kids seeing her dressed like that. Once again, it's definitely nothing you can really do about that because parents can get upset about kids seeing any damn thing. I try not to even go to kid route when I'm thinking about stuff like this. I'm like, it's on the parent to sort of try to protect them as much as they can. But either way, I said, like I said in the video, I don't mind my girl looking sexy, but to have her butt all the way out is a bit too much for me. That is a bit too much for me. I said, maybe you didn't see what she was wearing, but it was like a G-string, like I said, pretty much. I said, probably worse for the boyfriend because she's the mother of his kids. Look, I was talking to somebody today, like, man, they was asking me, did I ever have a wife and what about kids? And I'm like, man, I almost got married, but I never really wanted a wife. So good thing that worked out like that. And I never wanted kids, right? But if I did have a mother of my kids, I wouldn't mind her getting sexy sometimes and even showing a little booty, but I wouldn't want her to wear what Keke Palmer had on. I'm gonna be honest. I said I think she could have scared it back a little bit, but just to go right against him and start showing the world, that's why I say I don't like women like you. But he ain't finna get up a league. Why? Because she the mother of his kids. Skipper says, there you go. Keke don't care for her what her man thinks and is monetizing her body. And people say having a companion doll is wrong. I said she's more encouraged to do it more now that he got upset. That's how it goes. Like I said, women, if she wouldn't have showed the world at first, once he got mad, that's when they, are you mad? Okay, I'm really finna show everybody. That's what they do. And I promise you, it's not a great trait for some women out there. Not coming against them all, but boy, that's one of those things where, you know what, I don't like dating women like that. My guy David, he said she belonged to the streets. I said she's portraying that. Now she is portraying that. And my guy Black Zach says you right. So that was all I had on that video. I actually read all of those because it was some funny statements on there. Okay. I had a reset Sunday. God will make a way. And I was just trying, basically, it's self-explanatory. I was like, hey, God gonna make a way no matter what is going on in your life. God is going to make a way. He'll do it when you think he's not gonna do it. And okay. Avion Polita just said, God bless everyone. That's what he said on that video. Basically sending a blessing out over everybody. He said, God bless everyone. I'm trying to see if it's something else on here. Okay. He was the only one, because that was an older reset Sunday, so he was the only comment that I had on there. And I just told him most definitely. That's one of the prayers I pray every morning. I'm like, God bless those, bless people all over the world that's going through depression, sickness, heartache, pain, health issues, I just try to send blessings out over not only my family and friends, but, of course, I say special prayers for family and friends and all that type of stuff, and even my viewers. Speak good of my viewers, but I also take it to another level and just, try to bless everybody all over the world. There's people going through all types of stuff, and, a blessing coming their way definitely won't hurt. They may not ever know my name, but guess what? It's a blessing in the air for them. Because God will make a way, just like I said in that video. He'll make a way. So either way, I did a little quick short video of Tsunade's outfit. I had a couple of comments. My guy Basic Programmer says, very cute. He said, observation. My dog weighs almost 100 pounds. I'm building up lots of muscle. He said, how on earth are you dressing your dogs? And it's really simple. Either I stand them up and slip clothes on them, or either I hang them up on their stand and put clothes on them. But either way, he said, you should come out with a clothing line where the back of the outfits are cut with scissors and then Velcroed and glued. He said, I did that with some of her panties, white Velcro, black panties, black Velcro. So he was using the same Velcro depending on what color he was making. He said, it makes changing her easy. And of course, it makes access to her kitty easy, is what he said. I basically told him, I said, hey, I've thought about, honestly, seriously, having a line for dogs. I actually have thought about that. But I said, it's not really my skill set to really do too much making stuff. That ain't really me. I would love to partner with somebody and get it done, though. And I do see something like that happening in the future. And that's basically what I said. I told him he did a great innovation himself, though. The things that he did sounded good. And Glenn Allen just told me he loved the outfit that Tsunade had on, so I appreciate that. Let me see. I got another video where my guy, who is that? Anthony Payne commented on. What did he say? Let me see. Oh, here it is. What did he come in on though? Oh, okay. Let me see this. Hold on. I don't. I'm not seeing that right. Hold on, guys. Maybe. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Anthony Payne, he did say something on the Iron Tick. I did a video about Iron Tick Doll Real Lady series coming soon, which I think is already available. I'm not quite sure. I think one of the dolls is already available. Either way. Anthony Payne said, I just got a second doll yesterday. Both new to me. Never had one before. He says Iron Tech Silicone, newest lineup, and CLM new silicone head with a TPW hybrid. I don't know what he's talking about on that. I don't know whether he's saying he had a TPE head and a silicone body. I don't know. He said he's eager to see what it's all about. I just told him no matter what, if he got Iron Tech and then he got that new head from CLM, which is I think is the Solo. I'm not quite sure which one he got, but I said I believe you did good. I said I hope you use my vendor links to make your purchase though, because I do have vendor links for campaign dolls in the description of my videos and the about section of my YouTube channel. So I was like, hey, I'm glad you got a new doll. I'm always happy for all of you guys. But whenever you get a new doll, I'm like, hey, I'm hoping you use the links, So this is what he said. Let me see. I did another video. Let me see. Let me see something. Hold on. I don't want to jump too quick. Did I write this one down? I don't think I did. Oh. Yeah, I did write it down, so I'm going to hold up on that. Let me keep moving, okay? I got to comment on He Got a Human Girlfriend, which was last week's Dog King Power Hour. Where is it at, though? Did I skip? It looked like I might have skipped up too far. Looked like I might have. I know I got it. I didn't see this comment though right here. Oh, here it is. 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 On my last Docking Power Hour, I was talking about my friend that got a human girlfriend. This was the comment I was tripping off of. Cerulean Electric says, once you go doll, she will never hit the wall. I actually love that saying right there. I said, great saying, my friend. I was just talking about I was proud of my friend for getting a human girlfriend, but Cerulean just chimed in, hey, if you get a doll, she'll never hit the wall. For all of you that don't know, hit the wall is meaning, it does happen to, it happens to, I guess you could say it happens to men and women where, sometimes you wake up and you just don't look the same or whatever, but women, it seems to just come out of, I love all my human women, but sometimes it just comes out of nowhere and they're just not the same anymore. But he made me, some actually stand the test of time though, but he made me laugh when he said that because I'm not going to call out any names because I want to talk about anybody, but I just say this girl, a couple of them actually that I was actually liking online. It's like they look like they're beginning to hit the wall. I'm gonna be honest. They don't look bad, but they are beginning. I'm like, yep. The wall is actually beginning to hit. So when he said that, it made me laugh because dolls ain't gonna never hit the wall. So who else I got next? I did a video called 6 Cents. Oh, that was my latest Dog King Power. That was my latest Reset Sunday. Yes, that was my latest Reset Sunday. And I was basically saying, man, I actually got another video that's similar to this that's coming up probably in a couple weeks, or something, but it's still a different message though. But I had a person come at me saying, "You better listen to the 5 senses God gave you. You better stop leaning on God. You better listen to the 5 senses He gave you and lean on that." And I was just like, "Nah, man, that's where you're wrong at. You want me to lean on my own understanding as opposed to the message that God has given me within my heart." And that's when people get out of God's blessings. I'm like, no. I'm not listening to the 5. Of course, we are going to use our 5 senses. But when you hear a calling in your heart, or if you hear God literally tell you, "Hey, man, take a left right here instead of a right," I don't even care if it seems dumb. If you follow what He tells you, it's always going to work out better for you. It's the 6th sense. It's not the obvious choice. I promise you, the more you listen to that spirit, the more you'll get used to listening to it. And that's why I say, no. I just say this, even when a lot of things were hitting the world a while back, people were trying to tell me what I should do with my body. And I'm like, no. I don't hear that calling in my heart. And you know what? I've said this before. God, thank you. He's kept me healthy as a horse. But some of those people that did what they wanted me to do stay sick. They stay sick, even to this day. Oh, I got a touch of the pneumonia. Dang. You didn't used to have a touch of the pneumonia. Now all of a sudden you got a touch of the pneumonia every 2 months. But you know what? I didn't listen to what people were trying to tell me. You better be scared. You better listen to your 5 senses. No. I'm listening to what God told me in my heart. And so that's what the 6th sense was about. Now, you better listen to what's in your heart. So Willem said, some of these people don't even hear God, Jay. I'm trying to do better. It's hard, but I'm trying. He said, let's go, which is the title of today's show. I said, I definitely am trying to help people hear God's voice because He speaks to all of us. I don't care who you are. You can say, I don't even believe in God, Jay. He's still speaking to you. You still hear that calling in your spirit. He doesn't forsake you because you don't believe Him right now. He's still with you. I said, keep trying to be better every day and God will take you the rest of the way. I said, the harder path will reap the most benefits because it is hard to do the right thing and follow the right way. It gets easy. But what I'm saying is, hey, it is the harder path. But once you get used to taking the harder path, like I told him, you'll reap the bigger benefits. My guy Clint Eastwood, who gave a gigantic donation to the show of $100 one day. I really appreciated him for that. He's not the only one either. Man. Oh my God. Oh, yeah. It was TJ Moore. Yeah, Tyra Moore. Tyra Moore actually did that recently. But Clint Eastwood said, hey, Jay, have you ever tried cleaning your girls with hair conditioner? He says, I've tried on both silicone and TPE to clean. And he says, I got amazing results. He says, it's not like perfume, which can make a strange chemical odor. He said, but with the soap and conditioner and then rinse and powder, I got a really good results that lasted about 3 days. He said, the more watered down the conditioner mix, the better you can control what degree of scent you like. He said, maybe try sometime. I put different ones on different models. And then he said the message was self-destruct in 24 hours. That's really not for me, but I told him I would read that comment because somebody may want to try that. Me, I like to just stick to what, I was sort of taught at the beginning, good old-fashioned antibacterial soap. And here's the deal. And then I just love the powder smell on my girls, to be honest. But here's the deal. I did say I'm not physical with my girls, so it's really not a big priority for me to get them smelling like a perfume. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I would want to try that for one night or something. If I was really into the physical aspect of companion dogs, maybe I would want to try the conditioner, and maybe you might want to try it. But I'm just like, I'm cool with just a powder smell because I'm not really all up on my dogs that much anyway. You know what I'm saying? That really doesn't, especially if the scent is just going to last for 3 days, it's really not going to do anything for me because I don't do anything physical with my girls other than have them sitting next to me. Or, I have one laying in the bed and, I don't even sleep on the dog all that time. I just have them next to me most of the time. So, But if you're getting physical with your girl, you may be more into the scent aspect and you may want to try this. Now, me personally, I have no idea how whatever conditioner you decide to use is going to react with your dog. So that'll all be on you. I just know I was always told to use a soft antibacterial soap. And so that's what I pretty much go with. In the future, maybe I give that type of thing a try. And you may want to try that today, but I'm not going to try it actually today myself. Let me see. And that's basically what I said. I just, I said everything I already said. And I told him I was going to suggest it to people on the Power Hour, which I did. So that was all I had on that. Oh, okay. Now I had a comment on why all my companion dogs are white. That was Cerulean Electric. And he said, I appreciate your uplifting God-centered messages every day. He said, you are a blessing and a joy to watch. God bless you and your channel. I said, thanks, and God bless you as well, my friend. I really appreciated that from him. Let's see. Oh, that's all I had was just his comment. He also said Jay's the coolest dude on the internet. I appreciate you, my friend. Okay. Here we go. On my all dogs are disabled. Let's buzz through these right quick. And in this video, I was sort of responding to one of my viewers who was like, man, I don't want no torso dog. A torso dog is like a disabled person just sitting around the house waiting on me to use them for sex. I understood what he was trying to say about dogs seeming like they're disabled, but I had an answer for him as far as like, hey, it's not just torso dogs. Even full-size dogs are pretty much can be considered to have a quadriplegic disability because they can't do anything for themselves. And honestly, they're even more advanced than a quadriplegic disability because they can't eat or anything on their own. Not saying you have to feed them, but I'm just saying like they're not getting dressed. They're not doing anything for themselves. Not one thing. So they're at the far end of this having a disability. A lot of people have disabilities that they work around every day, but when you have a quadriplegic, you have to do damn near everything for them. So that's how dogs are. And I was like, that's really every dog. Now, I'm not a fan of torsos. I always said the same thing pretty much of, hey, if you're going to get a torso, just get a full-size dog. You're going to like it better. But I've had some people come in and tell me, hey, Jay, I understand what you mean about getting a full-size dog, but just where I live at, it's so small that the torso makes more sense for me, and I love my torso. And I was like, hey, if you loving your torso and you feel like it's better for your space, that does make sense. Do whatever's best for you. I still said I'd rather have a smaller full-size dog, but whatever works for you, I'm cool with people having torsos. I just say the best type of torso to have is one with a head on. But as far as all dogs are disabled, I just want to say, hey, all dogs really are disabled and they teach you to have more love and care for others, because you have to take so much time to take care of them. And I said, you know what? I was just sort of speaking to his comment because I appreciated his comment because it got me a chance to talk about this. But I was like, nah, we don't want to sell our disabled human ladies or men short either, because like I say, people with a disability can do so damn much. And they can do, like I say, in a lot of cases, they can do stuff better than we can, better than people that don't have a disability. So I was just like, I did want to point that out of, hey, yeah, if you have a quadriplegic girlfriend, yeah, maybe she's, she can't move and she'll be just sitting at home waiting for you to get there to it in a certain sense of the word. But in most cases, a disabled person, believe me, you'll get home, dinner be cooked, water be in the tub, look, house will be clean, look, dog will be walked, look, everything. They can do everything an able-bodied person can do. So I was just I did want to make that point. And the dog advocate said, this is the best way I've described being a dog owner. I just liked his statement. I'm glad he was able to relate. Brandon Anderson said, I know my dogs help me see how much love and care you put into them. He He said, I also see a parallel in how our parents at times took care of us, I'd say, when we need the help, like our dogs need our help. I said, it really helps you care for others, for sure. And I understand what he mean about the parenting thing. You know, like you say, it was one time we had to depend on them for everything, put our clothes on, wash our bodies, feed us, do everything, you know? And so he was right about that. My guy Black Swordsman says, honestly, torso dogs are not worth it. I've had a torso before and I have a dog now. I would say if you're thinking about getting a torso, you might as well just get the whole thing. And I've said that too. Just get the whole thing. But what I told him was what I said earlier. I don't have a torso, but some people have reached out to me saying it makes more sense for their living arrangement. Like I said earlier, I said I definitely understand how it makes more sense in a limited space for some people. Me, I still say get a dog, get the full dog. My guy, Defy the Carpet Monster says wise words. I gave him a thumbs up. He also said, I have a full silicone stopper torso doll. She is super realistic and I love her just as much as a full-size doll. He said, but that is not really the point of this message. If you love your doll, you would take care of her. But you know what I said? I said that stopper torso is actually one of the best I've seen. It really is an amazing doll. And I do agree with him, man. If you love your doll, you love your doll. You know, it could be a torso or a full size. I just say if it's a torso, it needs a face on it. That's all. Cicely Bambalina says, spot on, mate. So they agree. I appreciate that. And that's all I'm going to read on that. I came out with a video saying Silicone has a brand new full silicone doll. And I think this is an older video. Yes. CLM has a brand new full silicone doll. And so Anthony Payne said, I just got that doll yesterday. And I said, what did I say? I said, I'm happy for you, but like I said before, I hope you use my vendor link to help support the channel. I said, let me know how you feel about the new addition to your family. You know, because whether he use the links or not, I want to know how you feel about the new dog. So he says, I honestly discovered you after ordering last week. So this was the person I mentioned at the beginning of the show. He said, I honestly discovered you after ordering the dog last week. Didn't even know Rosemary was a legit website till after ordering. He says, looked you up to find videos related to my orders made me feel a lot better. He said, I've almost watched all your videos. Now that's saying a lot because I haven't checked the number, but I know I'm close to 900 videos now. I said, Anthony Payne, glad to have you here, my friend. Let me know how everything goes. Because like I say, at the end of the day, yes, I want my viewers to go through the links to help support the show. But if somebody comes late to the channel, they didn't know about it, they already ordered a dog before finding out about me and all this stuff, I'm still happy for you because this is an amazing life to get involved in, especially if you have imagination. So I appreciate you, Anthony. I did a video for CLM back to back because they came out with another dog right after the solar dog that they came out with. And it was my guy, Brandon Anderson. Okay, let's see. He commented on this one. I believe this is what he sort of threw me off on because, you know, I had did the CLM video, and I know I talked about some other things, but he just threw me off because CLM had came out with another new dog. Man, what was the name of that dog? Man, I can't hardly think of her name right now. Ooh, I can't think. I want to say Mona. I'm not quite sure. I'm not. I can't. I'm not quite. I think it seems like it was. I'm not quite sure though. But it was an amazing second full silicone doll that CLM came out with. So Brandon just commented on that video, and I was just talking about, hey, this is a nice doll, blah, blah, blah. Get the doll. He said, man, I agree. He said, most of the time when I'm in the mood, it ultimately, for me, boils down to how much time I have. And I'm like, what is he talking about? He talking about getting in the mood and how much time he have. I'm like, what are you talking about, Brandon? He said, if I have less than an hour before I need to get stuff done or have an event, I got the good old Kleenex and phone. So I'm like, I'm sure he's talking about some type of self-pleasure there, but I'm like, I'm still not getting it. Why is he going this route? I said, I'm thinking to myself, like, I just did a video about CLM I don't know why you're talking about this. That's what I was thinking. Like, what is he talking about? Then he says, but if I can take my time, the dog gives me the freedom to pursue all the little moments of fun with her. I'm like, once again, now he's talking about seems like getting physical with his dog, which I'm so lost at this point. I'm like, what is making him talking about getting physical with his dog? I just did a video about CLM. I don't know why. I was really confused. Like, what is he talking about? Then he says, but at the end of the day, no greater joy comes from being able to snuggle up next to my girls and hold whatever one I want in my arms. Now, I'm with him on it. Like, I don't mind. I actually do love having one of my girls in the bed to sleep with, even though I took Callie out. I had to give her a bath the other day. But either way. So nobody's in the bed with me right now. But I do love snuggling up a little bit, before I fall asleep. But this is what I said. I said, man, I don't quite get the context. I said, I never said anything in this video about me being physical with my girls. So I said, but great comments, though. I tripped off the comments, but I was like, what is this guy talking about? Either way, he says, JayDollKingHefner, he says, oh, I know, Jay. I was referring to the sex toy industry in general and how changing the terminology with dolls makes sense because they are more than just a sex toy. Now, I did say something in that video. I was like, you know what? CLM, no offense, they need to leave these sex toys and stuff alone. I mean, men ain't looking for this type of crap. You know what I'm saying? They really have always focused on torsos and half doll bodies and stuff like that. So when they start making this full silicone series, that's when I'm like, now you're cooking, because their toys and stuff had great detail. It's just like, who wants this? I'm sure they're selling it to somebody. But I just know most men, man, we want a full doll. And so I'm glad they're getting into their business. And I did say something like, I don't really love their name now. I just feel like it's still just playing into that whole stigma of the sex doll, and in the future, I really believe that name is going to be pretty much non-existent. But Brandon did comment and let me know where he was coming from. He says, Jay, I was referring to the sex toy industry. Like I said earlier, he says how changing the terminology does make sense because they are more than just a sex toy. So he did elaborate on that. He said, if I want to rub one out, basically, he says he could get a smaller toy for that. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've actually had a toy before, and let me tell you, for a man, it's really senseless. I mean, you might as well just use what God gave you, man. You don't really need a toy as a man. I'm going to be honest with you. It's really senseless. He said, a doll gives... He said a doll gives more than anything else that the industry as a whole has to offer. Now, I agree with him there. He's basically saying, as far as the companion doll industry, a full-size doll, gives you the most. And I definitely agree with that. But I can see anybody being physical with their dolls over buying a damn toy. If you've ever had a toy, they're pretty much useless. I promise you. Hold on, guys. They're pretty much useless. So he gave me the thumbs up after I gave him that little comment. So either way. Let me see what else I had on here. That was an older video, so he was the only one that commented. And we're pretty much done. I have one other video, and that's Game Lady has another new doll, which that was the latest video that you saw yesterday. I only had a couple of comments. I will say, like I said in the video, that doll looks just like a girl I used to work with. That Game Lady doll, I think her name is Trish Marigold from The Witcher 3. She looks exactly like this girl I used to work with. And I'm going to tell you something. This girl I used to work with was probably finer than that doll. Man, because this girl ended up having 2 or 3 kids after I used to like her with no kids. And I don't know exactly what she might look like now. But I knew after 2 kids, she looked exactly the same. Or you know what I'm saying? She was one of those women who the kid didn't affect her whatsoever. Stomach and everything. I was like, man, she really had genetics to have kids, because it may affect her later. It just hit her all of a sudden. But I'm telling you, after a couple of kids, I'm like, man, she was looking good. but she looked exactly like this game lady doll. And the funniest thing is, I always liked that girl's face, but she was never sort of like this Trish Marigold girl. She wasn't a knockout beauty in the face, but it was just the whole package that made her just extremely fine to me. I used to love that girl. I can't lie. I thought she was fine. And so when I saw that doll, I'm like, man, this doll actually reminds me of her so much. But the girl I'm talking about probably had a little bit bigger butt. But Trish Marigold, this game lady doll, it's really it still had a nice little butt on it. It was a nice. The only thing I don't like is I think it was like 5'5" or 5'6", and I just don't. I'm not gonna tell any human women out there I don't like a girl that's 5'5" or 5'6". One of my best girlfriends was like 5'7", but it was out of the ordinary for me. I normally don't date a girl over 5'2", 5'3". I'm talking about date, but that's the only drawback that I see to this doll is that she's a bit taller than I just like to date anyway. But the feet on that doll look good, the breast, the body, her whole face and hair and stuff. I said, you know what? This is and when I looked up the Trish Marigold character from The Witcher, now this is one of the cases where the doll looked spot on from what I saw. Now I'm not a Witcher fan. Maybe I was looking at the wrong artwork. I don't know. But the artwork I saw online, I said, dang, now this doll looks damn near just like the game. Because that Tifa doll is on point that the game. It's still probably, I'm going to be honest, it's still probably their best looking doll. That Tifa doll, it looks just like Tifa from Final Fantasy. It looks just, and I'm not a fan of Final, didn't know, I never played Final Fantasy either. I do plan on, I want to get the retro Final Fantasies and play some of the older ones because I used to always say I didn't want to play turn-based, but I actually got into turn-based games when I started playing, what is it? Knights of the Old Republic. And I was like, I actually like turn-based games. Now, I know the newer one isn't turn-based, but I said, you know what? I want to play some of those old Final Fantasy. I want to get into those old Final Fantasy games. But with all that said, Tifa is probably still their best-looking doll. But according to this video, on this video, my guy, nobody says, oh, yeah, I'm getting that doll for sure. Thanks for telling me about it. I said, I like the look on this doll. It looks just like a girl that I used to like. So I did say that all over again. And my guy, Anthony Payne, said, I was able to change both of his orders for one Starbury. So I guess he had made two orders. But he said, I changed both of my orders for one Starbury. Honey doll, full silicone with all the upgrades added. He said, Rosemary will work with you quickly. He said, glad to finally find one worth buying. No, once again, I said, you did good. If you went Starbury, I mean, I've never had a Starbury doll, but I love their company, love what they're doing, love, you know, all of the things they've brought to the industry since they've been a part of the industry in their young time, being in the companion doll industry. I'm like, I like everything Starbury's doing. I would love to get one and hold one up close and personal. But I said, you got a great one. In my opinion, you got a great one. Anthony said, keep up the good work. And I said, thanks for the support, my friend. And that was all the comments I had on my videos. I'm going to double check right quick. Yep, that was it. So I'm done reading all the comments. We right over an hour. We're going to catch up with the comments and let y'all guys get on with the rest of your day. So I ended on my guy, Brandon Anderson. Leo says, good to see you here this time of day. Okay. What up, my guy, Leo, Dog King Army team member? Okay, I think I already read that. Here, Three Face says, here to the king, baby. Let's see. Okay, yep. I think I left off with Solo Sword, talking about the people in his workplace. Brandon Anderson says, yeah, I'm going to be around still, Jay, just hanging out. Okay, so I wanted Brandon caught up with some of my comments that I said and stuff, so hopefully he was here. Solo Sword says, I have to take 3 of my supervisors to the EEOC and the union, but the Lord is helping me. Oh, most definitely. You know what? I'm going to tell you this, man, and hey, some battles are worth fighting, but you know what? Sometimes all of that stuff be worth more work than it's, you know, it's more work than it's worth sometimes. Now, I'm not trying to say try to get your money or compensation that you're trying to get, but I just say you will know when sometimes it's just like, you know what? even fighting this battle is just keeping me into negativity. I ain't telling you to stop, but I'm saying you can, if you feel it in your spirit, you wouldn't be wrong to just say forget it. Now, it's cool to fight whatever you're fighting, because if they are really wrong, you'll prevent somebody else from getting abused. But I just say you got to read your spirit in this regard. Sometimes you might hear in your spirit like, you know what, just let this crap go and keep going forward. You know, you may keep yourself wrapped up into a negative situation. So just listen to whatever comes to your heart. Heavy Metal, my guy, Dog King Army team member. He said, I found the best way to maintain my peace at work is to realize that I only work for God. Amen. He said, and nothing can get me down. Represent a bulletproof mentality, and they will wonder how you do it. Right. You know what? It's so funny. I feel the same way, Heavy Metal. I just repeat certain mantras every morning. And I've told my mom, and I've even told you guys this. One of the things I say every morning is I choose to be positive and not negative. Man, when you choose to be positive, no, I say no matter what comes my way, I choose to be positive. It's like when things come your way negatively, you already have your guards up. You remember, like, nah, I said I'm gonna be positive no matter what. Well, it's sort of like owning a doll. When you first own a doll, you have to put your imagination into it. It's a little bit like work. As the weeks and months go on, it's second nature. You know, the doll is alive on its own. Well, it's sort of the same when you tell yourself positive stuff in the morning. Like at first, you may be consciously aware of, okay, I said I'm going to be positive. So when something comes negative, I'm not going to react to it. Well, after a while, even though you're still telling yourself that in the morning, you're not even thinking about what you said in the morning. You're just naturally fending off negative activity. You're naturally just because you spoke it so much in your brain. And so that's what it goes to what he's saying. It's like, I remember when I first started working at the job I'm in now, which I just thank God is only a temporary situation as far as, hey, that's not my destination. My destination is to do what I love 24/7 again. But guess what? It is stops along the way. And right now, at that job, I know one of the guys I met, he was like, man, the one thing that helped me at work is I say I work for God. It's the same thing that Heavy Metal says. And here's the deal, man. Don't let work get you down. Use it for what you needed to use it for. Guess what? Pay your bills. If it's something you want that you really been wanting, get that something that you want. You know, have a joy in your heart. I promise you, even when you don't love what you're doing, because guess what? I don't love doing what I do at my job. It's just there to pay the bills. But here's the deal. I'm blessed to be able to move my arms, legs. You know, I'm blessed to use my brain. Some people can't do those things. So guess what? I'm going to be happy just because guess what, God? You gave me the ability to work. And you know what? I don't like this job, but you know what I'm going to do? Be the best I can be. Because God is watching. He don't want you to just be the best when you're doing something you love. He wants you to be the best at whatever you're doing. Be your best. So I feel you on that, Heavy Metal. You said the right thing. Solo Sword said, thanks, Heavy Metal Maltese. Oh, yes, yes. Amen. SEB7 says, hey, Dog King and Dog King. What up, SEB7 Dog King Army team member? She got the icon by her name. If you want to join, look on the front page of my YouTube channel or the description of my videos. You can join the team as well. SEB7, God bless you, long time member. Actually, I think the second member on my channel and the longest tenured member, I think, because the first member, I think there was a woman named Carol, and she's gone. She left a long time ago for whatever reason, and God bless her wherever she is. John Robinson says, hi, Jay. What up, John? Kevin Gray. Oh, it used to be Dog King Army team member, but still an avid viewer. He said, what up, Dog King? Great to catch your shoulder, though. Look forward to the power hour. Glad to see you, my friend. He actually was my third Dog King Army team member, right behind SEB7, to be honest with you. John Robinson says, I saw something I think is weird on MF Creations YouTube. I don't know who this guy is. He said this guy's making mounts for doll heads that are hanging on the wall. Just for your doll's head would be mounted like some kind of animal. Nah, that wouldn't be for me. You know, I do have some doll head stands, and I can't find them anymore on eBay. That's why I actually bought them from. But man, it was some. I bought about. I think I got 4 of them. where I can take the heads off my dogs and put them on those little dog stands. I love those little things. But that's cool. But I'm like you. I wouldn't want my dog's heads on the damn wall like like some, I forgot what they call it when they stuff the animals and what they called it. I think it's called taxidermy. That's what it is, taxidermy. I wouldn't want my dogs hanging on the wall like that. That's a bit creepy for me, and I'm a dog owner. Brandon Anderson says, "Oh, and Jay, thanks for your encouragement with this channel." He said, "Earlier this month, I had a very dark patch in life. And when I watched your recent Reset Sundays, it reminded me that God got you, man. Look, God got you. Look, when man don't have you, God got you. Somebody tried to warn me in my job. You know what? You better watch that manager. He done got rid of a lot of good people before. I was like, I ain't worried about him. I got God on my side. With God on my side, look, no man can defeat me. Even if I was to lose, even if somebody was to come against me at the job, do whatever, fire me, whatever, God gonna use it for my good. I can't lose with God on my side, and neither can you. And Brandon said, even if we do lay it on ourselves, there's time when it leads us right into trouble because we naturally want out. Right. I'm going to tell you, man, I'm not perfect. I always say this. I make mistakes every single day, even when I don't know I made them. That's why I pray to God and ask for forgiveness every day, no matter whether I'm aware of a mistake or not. But what I'm trying to say is I try to listen to God every time I clearly hear his voice, or when I think I hear his voice, I try to listen. I try to lean to my spirit. And, it's been times where it's like, man, should I really do this? And when I really do it, things work out. And that's what makes me do it even more. Because I'm like, nah, Jay, this may not make sense, but we finna listen. Because God, that's how God speaks. A lot of people are like, how did God speak? It's not just a voice in your spirit. It's not just a voice that you hear. That's the way God speaks to you. Man, I knew I should have listened to that little voice. Well, the little voice is God. That's exactly who it is. Brandon Anderson says, I always heard with using perfumes to put it on the dog's. Yeah. When you use the perfumes, you are supposed to put it on the dog's clothes, but he's talking about like hair conditioner. And like I say, I don't know how that goes personally, but he says he's done that time and time again on his TPE and silicone girls. I'm not saying he hasn't. So like I said, if you want to give it a try out there, you can try. I'm just saying I've only used antibacterial soap. So that's the only thing I'm really suggesting myself, Hey, but if you want to switch things up and try, hey, do whatever you need to do. Lieutenant Johnny K, he says, hey, Jay, just said you went live. How's it going? Man, it's been a while since I seen you, Johnny K. Good to see you, brother. Tell mama I said, hey. Brandon Anderson said, torso dogs are better for intense cuddling than a full-body dog. I don't understand how that would be better, though, Brandon. Because I done squeezed the mess out of my dogs, and, I haven't seen any ill effects of doing that. And with a torso, it's just like I wouldn't have the legs there. So I can see how it could probably be easier to do, but I don't know why it would be better. Brandon says a further parallel to not get super religious into it with the paradigm between a dog owner enthusiast and their dog is how God wants to care and show love to us and how much he does do for us. All right. You can't get too religious on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's nothing about, a lot of people be trying to say, they'll try to do disclaimers. And I know why you're doing a disclaimer, because the truth is a lot of people have even not told me, but they've given this advice where when you start the channel, don't talk politics or religion. Well, you know what? I don't talk all the politics stuff because I don't even give a damn about politics, to be quite honest. So it really goes right up my alley. I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. So when it comes to politics and things of that nature, I've read enough to be like, you know what? I'm not really concerned with either side of politics or whatever. But when it comes to religion, I have a strong base in there. And I just feel like with anything you do, you just got to be your authentic self. And I'm like, hey, to not talk about spirituality at all on my channel, that means I would just literally be just hiding a whole bunch of myself from the public. And I'm like, nah, that's who I am. So I never got into the old, I don't care if you do think that, hey, you shouldn't be saying that on your channel. I've always said I might lose a viewer or two that don't want to hear that. But guess what? That's fine. God will replace them with 1,000. It's fine. 1,000,000. So you can't get too religious. And I do believe that it is a parallel or paradigm there. But hey, God, no matter how much we do for ourselves, God is in control of everything. I've told my brother, family members this, because a lot of people have even patted me on the back. Man, you do a lot of work. That's you doing it. I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't me doing that. I say God is doing that. You know what I'm saying? He's giving me the strength, the creativity, the mentality, the inclination. You know what I'm saying? He's waking me up every day, putting breath in my lungs. I know my body and physical flesh and my brain are actually directing me to do it, but it's getting all the inspiration, energy, and strength from God's power. You know, it's his spirit that's guiding me to do anything that I'm doing, meaning that guess what? He's in control. You know what I'm saying? And so even when we're fully functional, God is literally still treating us like the dolls, where he's still fully in control of us. So with all that said, first and last says that like button. Oh yeah, hit like, share, you know, do it all, baby. He said that like button looks lonely. Meaning everybody ain't hitting that like button. Hit that like button, baby. Subscribe, share the channel. I feel you on that, first and last. God bless you. Brandon Anderson says, yeah, that kinds of he said that's kind of my thoughts too with it. The small toys are pretty much a glorified hand. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I told you I got one of these. A girl had told me a long time ago, because I think one of my girlfriends was moving out of town, and another girl was like, you ought to get a hand toy, you know, to help you out sometimes. And I thought it was a neat idea. I was like, after using that thing one time, I said, no, this is the worst idea ever. I said, you know what? I would rather go natural than get another one of these little toys. You know, in the back of my mind, this was before I even thought about getting a dog, but I might have thought about a dog, but I still didn't think about realistically getting one. I was like, you know what? I would rather use one of those, because I used to see torso dolls a lot. I would rather get a torso than get one of these products ever again. But yeah, I just think those handheld products for men and stuff like that, or, you know, those half of torsos, it's just like, man, nah, just get a dog. Get a dog. Lieutenant John K says, did you see Thana and Venti on? I'm gonna be honest, man. I just say this. I had no interest in seeing them. You know, I just, you know, I can't get into any more detail, but I just say, no offense. Venti turned me off a long time ago. Like I said, she was never my favorite beautiful woman or anything. I thought she was an attractive woman, but like Venti, God bless her, she was just disgusting. The things that she did on her channel as far as that burping and stuff, it's just sickening. I couldn't even look at her the same anymore. So honestly, and then a lot of her content, I'm just like, I can't even pay attention to it. But even though I'm still subscribed to her, but as far as Venti, it's just like, I'm just not interested in anything she's doing like that. And Thana, no offense, I told you, like, Thana killed the vibe all the way. I mean, no offense. Why do I even want to keep up with Thana? She's engaged. You know what I'm saying? Not that I ever want to get in, talk to her or anything, but what I'm saying is, like, I've talked about this. As a male fan of female celebrities, I was trying to tell all these girls, hey, man, try to keep your personal lives with, like, who you're dating to the back burner. Stop always talking about my boyfriend is, my husband is, Hey, don't you realize your male viewers are living a fantasy sort of like the doll life? Well, I just sort of said this before. When I'm a fan of a celebrity or even a girl that's in the spotlight, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Once you get engaged, it's like, or married, it's like, the thrill is gone. You just killed the fantasy. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? I don't care to keep up with you. you know what I'm saying? Who cares now? That's what I'm saying. So I actually saw it on my Twitter timeline that they were on there, but I had no interest on actually clicking the button. I'm like, yeah, okay. God bless him. Heavy Metal says Solo Sword 100. Oh yeah, he was sending a shout out to you for thanking him. Now to my last comment. Brandon Anderson says, not having to worry about the limbs for me. I also grew up cuddling pillows too. Oh yeah, no problem with that. I've seen those. I've seen those like anime pillows that you can just buy the like body pillows that you can like sleep with. And I think those anime pillows are actually cool. I wouldn't mind having one, honestly. But I would say this: I've heard people say not having to worry about the limbs, but the limbs just don't get in the way for me. You know, they really don't even get in the way. That's why I sort of, I don't know. It depends on what you're doing with your dog, I guess. If you just, hey, if you're doing all that, well, I get what you're saying about the limbs not getting in the way. But for me, somebody whose dog is pretty much stationary once it's in the bed, either laying on the back, and I really never have my girls on their side. They normally just land on their back, and I just sort of sleep across their breast or, something like that, put my head on their shoulders and arm across their body. Their arms never get in my way. So I never think like that. But if you're tossing, turning, and being extra physical with them, I can see what you're saying about not having to worry about bending fingers or legs sort of being a bit long. I can see what you're saying. But for somebody like me, they don't really complicate my style of living. So, but I understand what you're saying, Brandon. But either way, I've come to the end of my comments. Love you all. Appreciate you all for being here. I ran through the videos I wanted to talk about. It's been a hell of a time. I appreciate all of you guys for watching, wherever you're watching from, whatever country, time zone. We appreciate you. We're sending God's blessings out over your life. Whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, believing for, we're praying that you have it. We ask you believe it, and then you will receive it. Hold on. Yeah, I forgot my towel. So either way. Yeah, we ask you do believe it, and you will receive every blessing that you're wishing for in your heart. And like I said, the title of today's show was Let's Go. It was basically me just getting down to business, getting this show underway. And not only that, I was motivating you to say whatever you need to say, let's go about in your own life. Guess what? You need to say it and get about it. God is going to promise you all that's watching this show every day that he's promised in your lifetime. But that doesn't mean that you have time to be messing around and bull crapping, not only with your dreams, but just with things you want to do in life. Places you might want to travel. It may be something you want to buy, not even a dog, just something else you may want. You got the money, but you're still trying to save up. Man, if you don't go and buy what the hell you want and stop playing around, go and enjoy it while you're alive, while you still here, So that's what Let's Go, the whole moral of this show is about. But with all that said, we appreciate you guys. It's been me, JayDollKingHefner, and the beautiful Secretary Tsunade Star. We're finna get the hell out of here. I want you to check out the rest of my shows for this week. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, join the Dog King Army team on the front page of the show. You can donate, to the show at any time. PayPal, or either what's the other one? CashApp. I have links in the description of my videos as well as the about section of my YouTube channel. And you can also buy a doll at any time in the description of my videos or the about section of my YouTube channel. You can check all of my wonderful vendors. But with all that said, I love you all. I appreciate your most precious commodity, which is your time. Thank you for spending it with us. It's been a blast. But guess what? This power hour is now over. And we finna get the hell up out of here. Love you. Peace. And like I say, God got you. Don't have any worries. When he going before you, you have nothing to worry about. We finna get the hell up out of cheer. We out of here, y'all. God bless.